Hey there, style architectures. Grab your metamorphical sketch pads because we are diving deep into the exhilarating world of fashion design. Today, I am your partner in crime on this creative adventure, and guess what? We are spilling all the beans on what really happens behind those glamorous scenes. Let's roll up those sleeves and embrace the messy, sassy, and oh so magical journey of a fashion designer. Alright, fashion fam, picture this. You have got a blank canvas in one hand and a crayon in another. Well, substitute the canvas with fabric and crayon with a stylus. And that's your average day in the life of a fashion designer. Take that advice from me, right? Now I'll tell you in steps how being a fashion designer takes your journey. Like it's not just that you will just sketch it and done. The garment is ready. No, there are a few steps, but obviously the first one is sketching saga, giving form to your imagination. So here's the deal. You are a mix of psychic and an artist. You grab the pencil and sketchbook and channel your inner fashion oracle. Suddenly, your brain's a runway show. And those doodlings? Well, they are hot couture predictions. Wow, right? Okay, coming to step 2. Okay, I know this is like a very fast thing I'm doing, but I promise you guys I'll make detailed videos on each of the steps. But I'm just currently just giving you a basic idea of what this fashion designing is actually like. So, coming to step 2, the diverse palette of colors, textiles, and fabrics galore. Now let's talk fabrics, the next important thing. It's like an all you can eat buffet of textures and colors that you have in front of yourselves. Okay, and honestly, what you have imagined and what you have drawn, that the main important part of it is the fabric, the feel, the flow. What kind of fabric will suit those designs. Sometimes it needs some stiff fabric, sometimes it's need a flowy fabric. So, and colors, what color, what occasion, and also who knew there were so many shades of blue. I mean, if you're a female, females can definitely recognize different shades of blue. It's scientifically proven, so boys don't just put on the comments of being a feminist and all. Okay, so and also don't even get me started on velvets. They are like the fancy red carpets of fabrics. Too beautiful. So there are so many things, there are so many factors that you have to consider. I love this step. Okay, now coming to the step that I hate, not hate, but it just takes something from me. The cutting and stitching chronicles where magic happens. Yes, I mean, I don't actually hate this step. I sometimes, pattern making gets so much boring for me sometimes. Otherwise, when there is draping, it's amazing. The basic pattern making is boring. The creative ones is fun. Okay, so fast forward to the cutting room. This is where the real magic happens. You are like a scientist conducting a symphony of scissors, threads, and a pinch of fairy dust. It's like origami but with fabrics that can actually work. And now is the most favorite step. Trial, error, and eureka moment. The creative dance. Of course, not every design flies out of your head fully formed. I mean, I imagine some of the wildest garments and I don't know how to bring it to life in real, right? So you have to, it's not more like dance, it's clumsy, messy, and yet so much fun. When you try, fail, and then boom, eureka! It's a bit like discovering chocolate goes great with peanut butter. Oh, sorry, guys, I'm just hungry, I guess. Um, but it's like, it will take trial and errors to get those final garment, and you will know that joy when finally your outfit, your imagination works out. And then runways and reality, the bridge between fantasy and variability. Speaking of peanut butter that I recently don't know if I'm hungry still or not, but runway shows are like fashion's version of Michelin starred restaurant. They serve up the fanciest, most exquisite dish, but the challenge is turning those gourmet delights into something you regularly can wear on a Tuesday. Fashion shows, see, if you have been watching many fashion shows, you know that accessible garments and the runway garments are very different. I mean, you cannot go and wear those ball gowns on Tuesday unless and until you have a party to attend. Or not on your regular office days, not on your bed, no, right? So there needs to be a reality check also. Fashion is not just all big guns. I mean, I know there are some. Even being in a fashion college, I will tell you this. My aesthetics in garments were always those ball gowns, those bright Western culture, dresses, and everything. While some of my friends were very fond of Indian dresses and sustainable items, those earthy colors, and I was more towards bright colors. Some were towards prints. So that also divides the segments itself in fashion. So it's not something that would make everything work. So the I'm finally completing this podcast, but first I'll give you the tips. So, tips for aspiring fashion designers from my sketchbook to yours. So, my budding fashion designers, let's talk important things. If you are starting towards fashion fame, here are some sass infused tips. Soak in inspiration. Okay, that's the first. From the urban jungle to a serene garden, let the world be your mood board. It's not, don't limit yourself, okay? Second, get technical. Know your fabrics and stitching. It's like mastering a secret spell book. You will be very thankful to me for this step. You need to know every stitch and every fabric. Feedback is gold. I know people are not so kind in this world, but embrace the critics like a warm hug. They are like that tough love aunt who makes you stronger. Yes? Unless you're unique. Your designs are like a fingerprint. Totally unique like you. So don't be afraid to try. Don't be afraid that no one's making this. What if it's not in trend? What if no one's liking it? Girl, you gotta try, or my boy, you gotta try. Okay. And resilience is couture. Challenges, they are just stairs on the runway to success. Okay. I hope this was helpful. So, alright, fellow fashion warriors, whether you are a budding designer ready to conquer the runway or a curious soul wondering what really happens beyond the glamorous exterior, remember this. Fashion design isn't just about making clothes. It's about telling stories, crafting emotions, and making the world a canvas. Thanks for tuning in to Threads and Secrets, where we are all about unmasking the sassy, glittering truth of fashion. Stay fabulous, keep dreaming, and let your designs do the talking. Until we cross paths again, keep sketching, keep sewing, and keep turning your wildest imagination into reality. Ta-da! Lots of love.